Hey everybody, my name's Paul Barlow, and I've been a professional network marketer now for about 16 years, and I just got finished watching a video that Todd Falcone did on this entire Vemma situation. I've been accompanying it the last couple of days, as I'm sure many of you have, and Todd just did a great video. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and go search Todd Falcone on YouTube, check it out, on the entire situation and specifically on making income claims and also acquiring legitimate customers that don't have any attachment to the compensation model. And as you can see, I'm on my phone here. I don't have a professional setup or anything, but I did want to make sure to jump on here. I had a reaction to that that I wanted to make sure to add on top of what Todd was saying there, because he was basically talking to us as the reps. And I agree with him as professional networkers and all of that to go out there, make sure specifically on the customer side to make sure that we go out and acquire legitimate customers. Well, I agree with that 100%, but I also wanted to come on here and say I've lived in Utah for a number of years now. So not only have I been professional in the field, but I've also had the chance to get into the consulting side of the business and have worked with companies for the last several years. One of the things that I've been telling them over the last 5-6 years is that you need to create in the compensation model itself more incentives to go and get legitimate customers. Because absolutely we in the field need to do our job of acquiring customers out there, once again, and customers that aren't reps that have signed up and decided to not do the business, but actual legitimate, I signed up for the product only customers. I'm not included in the compensation model. Now, and that's what we're talking about here. So, but the biggest issue with that from a company standpoint, I'm talking to owners here, I'm talking to the companies and the ownership with this comment, is that we've been lazy. You guys have been lazy. We've all been lazy. It's all of us together. It's our industry. But you've created compensation models really ever since the 50s that only incent the customer, the reps to go out and acquire more reps or make it much more lucrative to go out and do that. If we would actually create compensation models that incented acquiring customers, then people would do it. People's behavior in network marketing 100% of the time and all the time is going to be determined by what the compensation plan incents you to do. You cannot, and it doesn't matter what you want to happen, it doesn't matter what you preach from the stage, whatever the compensation plan incents is what is going to happen. Okay, that's what's going to happen all the time. And all of our compensation plans have been created towards professional network marketing leaders, types that can go out, super recruiters, bring in dozens and dozens of people, go out, talk about the opportunity, the whole lifestyle marketing approach that Todd was talking about in his video. If you don't know what that is, once again, watch his video. And that stuff, I'm not saying that there's necessarily anything wrong with that. I'm saying that the companies here have just as much responsibility on this entire customer issue as the reps do. And what you need to do as a company, and every single company should take a hard look at your model and go and look and say, what can we do in the compensation model itself to incent customer acquisition? What can we do in the compensation model itself to create systems that then allow our reps to easily acquire customers, or maybe easily is not the right word, but simply acquire customers where they think about going and acquiring customers. And you say, well, where's the precedent for this? Well, I can tell you where the precedent is. It's in Party Plan. There's all kinds. There's really, I always say there's three main types of direct selling. There's direct selling, like the door-to-door type stuff. There's MLM, which is what, I've been primarily involved in network marketing. And then there's Party Plan. Well, if you looked at the direct selling statistics and you go dive into them and you go start looking at the top 100 companies on the direct selling top 100, all that type of thing, you're going to see that the vast majority of companies doing massive sales in this country are not MLM companies, they're Party Plan companies. And the biggest difference between Party Plan and network marketing is that they actually sell product to end customers from the very beginning. When most of the people, my wife's been involved in Party Plan for a number of years, and when people come to one of those parties, they're planning on purchasing a product. First and foremost, and they talk about selling a product. Then they talk about booking meetings for meetings, and they talk about becoming a consultant or rep, whatever afterwards. But the primary focus is moving products. And I guarantee you that if we can take a page out of that playbook in network marketing and MLM, the traditional multi-level marketing approach, and copy or just acquire that type of approach from the Party Plan side of things, we will have a lot more success. We're going to have a lot less issues with regulations and regulatory. Going to have a lot less of the income claims and all the other BS that comes along with that, because the incentive will not be there to do it if we appropriately incent the customer acquisition. Now, there's some companies out there that are doing a pretty good job of this already, and I'm not going to start naming companies here, but if you want to know who I think is doing a great job, go ahead and contact me. I'll let you know who's doing a good job of that. And no, it's not the companies I'm working with. There's literally 3 or 4 or 5 that I think are doing some great things on that front. But the entire industry, specifically here in this country, United States, needs to go out there. The companies need to take the time to analyze your compensation models and make sure that the appropriate mechanisms are in there to incent customer acquisition, and then train the field, and then focus on that. Once those incentives are there, then you can train the field. Then the field will do it. If you go out and just say, "Oh, we go to next convention and say, okay, reps, we need to go out there, we need to go and get customers, this and that," but you don't change the underlying behavioral structure in the compensation model, it's not going to happen. So take a good deep look. Yes, we as professionals in the field need to make sure to do our job and go out there and acquire customers as we're going and building a business. But companies, it's your responsibility as well to take a deeper look, to not be lazy, not simply copy all the same compensation models that have been copied for years on end, and to really think and then say, okay, if we're going to start a company, or if we have a company that's already going, what do we do to help our reps and to incent them to go out there and get customers? You do that, everything's going to change. It's going to fix 90% of the issues that we have going on surrounding these particular issues in our industry. So wanted to make sure to get that on camera right now while I was thinking about it, and hopefully have some more videos in the future. If you like what you hear, you want to talk to me, love to talk to anybody. I love talking shop on network marketing and our profession. So thanks, guys.